Good morning. Thanks for coming. So before we start, maybe you can read the Wikipedia link I pasted in the chat. So I keep watching the movie of Zen Buddhism, and here is the second message from the movie or film I watched. The mind is Buddha. Very beautiful. So if you simplify the Chan or Zen teaching to 4 characters, that's this 4. The mind is Buddha. In Chinese, we say 即心即佛. We will read it together later. Before that, maybe just sit quietly for a couple of minutes. Okay, that's 2 or 3 minutes. So if you click the Wikipedia link, so it's about Mazu Dao Yi. So Mazu Daoyi is the student of sixth patriarch. So you may call it the 8th generation of Chan in China. Anyway, we can go through Mazu Daoyi 709 to 788. Was an influential abbot of Chan Buddhism during Tang Dynasty. So if you Tang Dynasties 618 to 907, a very important period of in which Buddhism evolves, especially with the Chinese taste. Okay, before it was more Indian taste, curry. If you like Indian food, they always put the curry, right? I will go to an Indian restaurant today, so. Now, with the development of all these patriarchs, now they have more Chinese taste, but still have the authentic teaching from Buddha. So Mazu Dao is known as the founder of Hongzhou School. You know, even in the same umbrella of Chan, every patriarch have a little bit, personalized style of teaching, of stress point, the focus point. That's individuality in totality. That's the beauty of everything. Actually, we are in a whole cosmic intelligence, but expressed in a very unique way. Right? Make sense? Anyway, the earliest record use of Chan is from the extensive records. That's not important. He's so the key sentence is here. He is most famously known for his two teachings, statements. This mind is Buddha, 即心即佛, or the mind is Buddha. This mind is Buddha. Where is this mind? Your mind, my mind. Everyone's mind is Buddha, but a mind without identification, without ego, okay? And the ordinary mind is the way. 平常心是道. So ordinary mind is the way, more like a Taoist expression of Buddhism, the way. And remember, the way is a uppercase W, the big way, the greatest way, Dao or Tao. So my background is traditional Chinese medicine. Is based on the Taoism, the Tao. I like all these kind of words. Ordinary mind is the way. Where is the ordinary mind? Your mind, my mind, everyone's mind. Anyway, we can go through biography. You can read this because and interesting. His Mazu Dao's appearance was remarkable. He strode along like a bull and glared about him like a tiger. If he stretched out his tongue, he reached up over his nose. On soles of his feet was imprinted two circular marks. Okay. 南岳Huairang was his teacher. Okay, this is a very famous story about how Mazu Dao got enlightenment. Actually, I talked about this before, but we can review this again. Reverend Ma or Mazu Daoyi or Master Ma was sitting in a spot, and Reverend Rang, Huairang, took a tile and sat on the rock facing him, rubbing it. And Mazu Daoyi asked, "What are you doing?" And Huairang said, "I'm rubbing the tile to make it a mirror." Listen carefully. "I'm rubbing the tile to make it a mirror." Then Mazu Dai said, "How can you make a mirror by rubbing a tile?" And Huairang said, "If I cannot make a mirror by rubbing a tile, how can you achieve Buddhahood by sitting in meditation?" Such a beautiful, it's not story, it's real, okay? It was real. Do you get it? If you're a good candidate awakening, wow, you like a strike, a hit on your head. And from this, so Mazu Dai got enlightenment. You see, the Chan teachings is such a, how to say, I don't know how to use that word. It's case by case. It's always tailor made. And if you're ready, you got that satori instantly. So this story echoes in Vimalakirti Sutra. I talked about this actually 2 days ago. The title was Non-Duality of Buddhism, right? Vimalakirti Sutra. So Vimalakirti Sutra is one of the non-duality teaching of Buddhism. I mean, one of the sutras. And Platform Sutra. Platform Sutra is from is the whole stories and teachings for about the six patriarch Huairang. So this story echoes in downgrading purificative and gradualist practice instead of direct insight into the Buddha nature. So even in the Chan teaching, we have two schools. One is a direct insight into Buddha nature, like Mazu Daoyi, like Nanyue Huairang, like Liu Zu Huineng, like the sixth patriarch and all his disciples, including the fifth patriarch, which is the teacher of the sixth patriarch, Huineng. So anyway, there's a lineage of direct enlightenment, and also there's a gradualist. So this story echoes in downgrading purificative and gradualist practices. So my understanding, you could combine both. You may have a knowledge of this direct insight, then you practice based on this direct knowledge, and which is the gradualist or purificative practices. Actually, if you combine them, it'll become very, very efficient. That's the beauty of a combination between the sudden and gradual enlightenment. You see, if you go on, Mazu's Hangzhou school, Mazu became Nangyue Huairang. Nangyue Huairang is the student of sixth patriarch Huineng, and Mazu is the student of Nangyue Huairang. So Mazu became Huairang's Dharma successor. Eventually, Mazu settled at Kunlun Mountain by Nankang, Jiangxi province, north of a province north of my province. Let's go on reading. There's all the kinds of historic stories here. Okay, if you go to like the fourth paragraph in Mazu Hongzhou School, This school developed shock techniques such as shouting, beating, and using irrational retorts to startle their students into realization. So sometimes maybe as a disciple of Mazu Daoyi, you sit quietly and the teacher will strike you on your back with a stick and give you a shock, and you wake up from that state, and you may get enlightened. Anyway, they use different techniques to bring you that sudden realization of the reality. Shock techniques became part of traditional and still popular image of Chan masters, displaying irrational and strange behavior to aid their students. So there's really, because there's, I want to use all this time to give you the central message. Okay, teachings. Buddha nature, 佛性, 法性. Though regarded as unconventional teacher, Mazu teachings emphasizes Buddha nature. Each of you see into his own mind. However eloquently, I may talk about all kinds of things as innumerable as the sands of Ganges. The mind shows no increase. You may talk ever so much about it, and it is still your mind. You may not at all talk about it, and it is just the same of your own mind. So, Buddha nature. So, you may, let's see, back to the, okay, sorry, I just keep talking and forgot the chat here. Good morning, AF. I don't know if you experience this, but I feel that I'm an end of sorts. And though I have arrived, I still have goals, of course, but I feel I'm done, almost like I'm dead, if that makes sense. Dead, but very much alive. Yes, I mean the death of ego, and you rebirth into a new realm we call Dharma realm. It's so, yeah, it's hard to explain that feeling, right? Only you knows. It's like all your previous concepts, previous of who you are, collapsed. Then there's a new kingdom or a true seeing of reality is established. It's just like that. You still experience same stuff, but your experience, your how to say, understanding is different. But because now your perception is different. You still use the cell phone. I still use the cell phone. I still read the books. I still play badminton. I went to do all kinds of activities, but the total understanding of all these small activities are different. The best metaphor I can use, because before enlightenment, we used to think we are a current in the ocean. Okay, After enlightenment, you notice that you are ocean in a current. As words, that's the limitation. That's kind of, we can only use metaphors to express that ultimate realization. Mind is Buddha. Buddha is mind. You are originally a Buddha, but you don't know it. You limit your Buddha nature into a very small body and mind, or limited body and mind. That's a wrong identification. But now, if you realize you are Buddha in the mind, body mind, then you still use your body mind. You still experience everyday life. But now you don't identify with every experience or all experiences. You're totally free, yet you're still in the form of body mind. Yes, you are dead, or you are empty, maybe. You're empty, yet you're full at the same time. It's like empty cup that can hold all kinds of liquids, like milk, like juice, like apple juice, or wine, or water. Yet you are, so in this analogy, you can hold on different liquid, or drink it, or pour it out. You welcome all kinds of liquids. So in this metaphor, you are a infinitely big cup. You welcome all kinds of liquids or experiences. Yet you are not identified, you are that experience. That's all. That's the realization. So we can keep on going this Buddha nature. So yesterday when I watched the movie of the Sixth Patriarch, all the life stories of Sixth Patriarch Huairang, he started this mind is Buddha idea or realization. He said, 前念不生即心，后念不灭即佛. So such a very, very beautiful quotes from the master. So 前念不生即心，后念不灭即佛. So I try to explain it in English fully. Okay. So every moment your eyes can see, your ears can listen, your tongue can taste, and your mind can think, is your intelligence, right? You don't need any effort to see things. So let's say if it's the cosmic intelligence to make you have all these abilities to see, to hear, to listen, to taste, to touch, the six senses, then if you can quieten the mind or seize the mind to the level of no thinking, then that's your how to say, Xing, the pure mind. So in this sentence, 前念不生即心, the sixth patriarch want to stress or point out that if we train our mind to a certain level of calmness, easeless, then it's the expression of your pure mind. It also tells that samatha plays a very important role. Meditation plays an important role to calm the mind to a level that you can see it. You can study your mind. I mean, all the mental activities, thoughts, memories, feelings, emotions, perceptions, intentions, attentions, logic, reasoning, all kinds of mental power, your mental activities. So if you can see it, so you can seize it to a level like maybe zero thought for a couple of days in a state of samadhi, or just 2 or 3 seconds, you just see it. So that's the 前念不生即心，后念不灭即佛。So this is related to do not fear the rising of thoughts. Fear only the lack of awareness. Once you can use your mind, once you can study your mind, once you can see your mind or the mental activities as the clouds in the sky, Sky is you. Sky is your pure awareness. Then you are Buddha. 即心即佛. So it has very beautiful relations. So Buddha here is not only a being that is awakened. Buddha has 3 bodies. Okay, the ultimate body of Buddha is the Dhammakaya. Dhammakaya means, if I use the modern scientific word, is the cosmos, in which in everything arises: galaxies, nature, trees, ocean, human being, animals. All the things arise in this cosmic intelligence. Make sense? And there's a infinite formless body that give rise to all this material, like galaxies, like stars, planets, like our human body, including our human mind, is a dharma, is a thing, is a stuff. Yet underneath all the things, there's a field, formless, we cannot see. That's our Dhammakaya. It's your Dhammakaya, it's my Dhammakaya, it's everyone's Dhammakaya, it's also Buddha's, Jesus' Dhammakaya. So in this understanding, a Buddha is not only a person, okay, Shakyamuni Buddha. Buddha also can as big as whole cosmos. Everything in it rise from Buddha Kaya, Dhammakaya, of the body of the infinite Buddha. Do you follow? I know sometimes it's hard to understand intellectually. Just give you don't think Buddha just a person or Shakyamuni Buddha, okay? That's his manifestation in form. That's a Dhammakaya manifested in a form. Even an apple, behind apple, there's so many things interbeing in a co-arising, co-depending whole nature, right? Sunlight, raindrops, clouds, birds, all in this apple. So once you can see everything as manifestation from the cosmic intelligence. Make sense? A tree is, an apple is, a human body is, a human mind is. So we are living in a cosmic in the ocean of cosmic intelligence manifested in different forms. So in this perception, we can say everything has the nature of Buddha, or has the Buddha nature. And the Buddha nature, or the cosmic intelligence, give rise to give rise to the abilities that we can see, we can hear, we can touch, we can smell, we can taste, and we can think. All these 6 abilities is our Xin, is our intellect. Or so here I want to give you a different picture, which is quite similar. I give you a link here. I like Sadhguru very much. He's from a yogic tradition, and I think if I give you the yogic picture here, you see, just if you click the Isha Foundation is the, so from this page, the 4 parts of the mind harness the true power of the mind. Sadhguru explains that 4 parts of mind: Buddhi, Manas, Ahankara, and Chitta. So let's start from the first, Buddhi, the intellect. Buddhi or intellect cannot function without a certain bank of memory of data. Depending on the data you have, the intellect plays around. Suppose your memory system. Suppose in your memory system there are 10 gigabytes of memory. Depending on how sharp your Buddhi is, one person can produce, let's say, 1 trillion thoughts with these 2 gigabytes. Someone else can produce 2 trillion thoughts with the same 2 gigabytes of memory. So Buddhi gives us to think. Okay, just a quick abstraction. Manas, a huge silo of memory. The next dimension is called the manas. Manas has many type layers, but manas is not just a brain. It's right across the body. Every cell in your body has a phenomenal memory, not just of this life, but also millions of years. Your body certainly remembers how your forefathers were millions of years ago. I mean, your nose, your face, your skin color has the same face. You can date it back to generations ago. Top to the 10, this is manas. This is called Maya Kasha. In every cell in your body, there's memory and intelligence, but no intellect. Intellect is only in the brain. You see? You can read it later because I want to go to the end. Ahankara, the sense of identity, ego. So intellect directly connects with the 3rd dimension of your mind called Ahankara. Ahankara sometimes translated as ego, but it's much more than that. Ahankara gives you a sense of identity. Once your Ahankara takes in as identity, your identity functions only in that context. It is important to function beyond the intellect, because the intellect is seriously enslaved to your identity. You see, your identity of a country, of a relation, of your family, of your body, of your mind. All your intellect is to serve this identity. It's a huge problem. That's why there's all kinds of wars, conflicts in different levels, in the family level, in the social level, in a clan level, in the country level, right? Anyway, let's go to the Chitta. That's what I want to say about this. Chitta, the cosmic intelligence. The 4th category of mind is called Chitta. Chitta is mind without memory, pure intelligence. this intelligence is like cosmic intelligence, simply there. Everything happens because of that. It does not function out of memory, simply functions. In a way, what you call cosmos is a living mind or living pure intelligence, not in the sense of intellect, but in the sense of chitta. Chitta is the last point of the mind. It connects to the basis of creation within you. It connects you with your consciousness. Chitta is always on. Whatever you are awake or asleep, your intellect comes on and off. So in your deep sleep, you don't think anymore. Your body stopped to function, right? But your chitta is always on. In deep sleep, when you're awake or whatever. Many times it fails when you were awake. If chitta or intelligence within you was not always on, you cannot stay alive. Try to conduct your breath with anyway, chitta is keeping you alive, keep you going, make life happen. So if you touch this dimension of the mind, which is the linking point to one's consciousness, you do not even have to wish for anything. You do not have to dream of anything. The best possible thing that it can happen to you will always happen. So in this way, the chitta matches the Buddhakaya or cosmic intelligence, Dhammakaya, very well. Chitta is cosmic intelligence, is the Dhammakaya of Buddha, and you do have it. The essence that makes us alive. And if you really identify you are chitta, then you are freed. Because cosmic intelligence, always on, always is beyond birth and death. Anyway, you can have your understanding. Keep on doing this. Every time I read this kind of articles, or which is essential, which is contains huge information and energy. Every time you have different understanding. Mind is Buddha, contains infinite energy and information. So let's say the cosmic intelligence makes us to function, to have functions or abilities like to see, to hear, to touch, to taste, and also to think, right? The six faculties. So if you can detach yourself from all the experiences from these six faculties, then you are Buddha. 成相即心，离相即佛。Back to the metaphor that you identify your ocean, you're not current. The worldly person, the unawakened person, identify them as a current in the ocean. They cannot see the ocean because they don't have that totality. A Buddha can. A Buddha can see a totality, also see the individuality. That's the beauty of an awakened being. And Buddha can detach himself or herself from the phenomena world, yet 100% in participation or involvement of the phenomena world. Your everyday life, your school, your work, your study, everything, every human activities. A Buddha can fully 100% engaged in. yet he can detach from every experiences. 成相即心，离相即佛，即心即佛。That's such a simple summary of Chan, or even the whole Buddha's teaching. So let's go. Let's still keep reading the Wikipedia link of the Mazu Daoyi. So examples. If you lost the picture, I can still again paste into this. Still about Mazu Daoyi examples. Okay. Mazu Daoyi was particularly found using Gong'an, Koan, Gong'an. What the mind is, what the Buddha is. In the particular case of Da Mei Fa Chang, hearing this brought about an awakening. Later, his same statement was contradicted by Mazu when he taught the Kong'an, no mind, no Buddha. No mind, no Buddha. 无心无佛，非心非佛. So it's a negation of the absolute. We always talk about this affirmation and negation, right? Negation is one wonderful way to express the reality, and the affirmation is another way. A monk asked why Master maintained the mind is the Buddha. The master answered, because I want to stop the crying of baby. The monk persisted. When the crying has stopped, what it is then? Not the mind, not the Buddha, was the answer. Can you get this? You see, a master answered to his student's question in such a irrational way. To stop overthinking, to stop the logic mind. The very function we can think is the manifestation of cosmic intelligence. So instead of thought, Mazu Daoyi wants to invite you why you can thought, to back to the source of thinking. He wants to stop you, from asking, and point out who is asking, to the source. If you keep on reading the second story of the examples, If you read the second examples, Pang asked Mazu, who is it who is not dependent upon 10,000 things? Mazu answered, this I will tell you when you drink up the waters of the West River in one gulp. So this contains huge, like a very unique way of Mazu's teaching. He wants to you stop this kind of asking and always back to the who is asking. He give you something like mission impossible, and you will that's impossible. And who will ask this? Who will know this mission is impossible? You might always back to ask you to stop the process of thinking and pause a little while, have that totality. Make sense to you? If it's too hard for you, then you can just leave it and maybe pick up later. So on the underground, underneath these examples, you see the 6 patriarchs, right? Starting from 6 patriarchs. It's just a very like a study of all these histories. Okay. Let's back to silence a little bit. So can you realize your Buddha nature? Your mind is Buddha. The very fact that you can hear me, you can watch me, you can breathe, you can think, you can touch, you can sense, you can memorize. It is the manifestation of this cosmic intelligence. Heaven is here and now, is in every moment. God's presence is in every moment, in every place. And the key here is don't identify with anything. I mean, anything means any form, any feelings, perceptions, emotions. Don't identify with them. Then you're free from your experience. Yet you're using your experience and understanding there's a greater background, Brahman. You just use it, enjoy it. We have been taken care of so well, completely and perfectly. Hello, PT, Priscilla. Let me call you PT. You're welcome. I just want to share some experience as a pointer. You may use it now or in the future, because I use all kinds of information shared by all the sages. And the mind is Buddha. So as a Chinese, I have a Chinese background, so I use more like Chan or Zen knowledge, terminology. The mind is Buddha, 即心即佛. It's like right now you're in the ocean of cosmic intelligence. And this cosmic intelligence makes you think, taste, touch, and also like creates a form of body, physical body, emotional body. Everything is from this cosmic intelligence, and everything has been taken care of, is function very well. No worry about it. If you don't identify, you are the body mind. You see, no identification or detached from this body mind is a critical step. And after that, you can have a second realization that you are all. The whole ocean is in every wave, in every current. You cannot separate a current from ocean, can you? You cannot separate a wave from ocean, can you? Wave is ocean. Ocean is wave. Make sense? So Buddha is mind. Buddha is body. Mind is Buddha. Non-duality. You see, non-dualism. Everything is one. No subject, no object, no phenomenal world, no heaven. That's a negation way. Because if heaven exists, then there's a world exists. You separate the reality into two things, a world and a heaven. Yet a heaven is, we are in heaven right now anyway. Yeah, good question. Can you explain more about the Taoist teaching? How can we practice the ordinary mind is the way in your daily life? So I know you know Mazu Taoist teaching is direct, is advanced. I will say very much advanced level. It's based on still again samatha and vipassana, or calming the mind. Samatha, you have to calm the mind to a level that you can see your thought, see your feelings, emotions, perceptions, attention, intention. You can see everything in your mind. Then you can establish vipassana. So step one, samatha. Step two, vipassana. Vipassana wisdom includes this quote: "The ordinary mind is the way." It's just Daoyi, Mazu Daoyi's expression is just one of the wisdom, but it's a highly condensed wisdom. Ordinary mind, is not ordinary. It's extraordinary, okay? But you have find that behind this thinking, let's say I am Dong Li. I'm Dong. My name is Dong. This very simple expression contains the whole cosmic intelligence working on me. My body, my mind, my perception, my interaction with you. Everything is involved right here in this moment to make me that I can say, to enable me to say this word. My name is Dong. So my name is Dong. Behind this ordinary thinking, ordinary mental activity, there's a cosmic intelligence. Everything you do, like I can hold up this book, is the functioning of whole cosmic intelligence. Very simple action, yet contains infinite energy, information. So that's the ordinary mind is the way, the Tao, the cosmic intelligence. Practice some sitting meditation. Dedicate a certain time, a certain energy to quiet, to calm the mind to the level that you can see the totality. I spent 10 years. Initially, you need to sit. That you need to sit to do nothing, to see that how mind play tricks, how your mental activities, act. Gradually, you don't need to sit. You can sit while you are moving, while you are doing things. That's why gradual and enlightenment is one thing. It's a pathless path. It's a thousand miles journey without step. You can watch all the previous videos that focus more on the techniques, on the how to meditate, why I meditate. It takes a little time to fully realize the meaning. The ordinary mind is the way. That's why, suppose I'm the guru, okay? Suppose I can only help you at this level. I can use my word to point out your ordinary mind is the way. Your mind is Buddha. But you don't, maybe you can receive this information, but you cannot fully realize by you. Then you need your job done by you. No one can help you in, but you can gradually meditate every day, have a little taste of calm of the mind and impermanence, emptiness, then gradually one day you will have more authentic, complete taste of awakening. Word is very limited here. When I say love, LOVE, it's just a word, but love is your feelings, is your like that kind of love where you fall in love with your partner or with your, wow, that's kind of that thing cannot expressed in LOVE. But as a human mind, we have to say that's love, the first love. That your red, your face turn red, your heart beat more, like pumps more. Oh, you have that vibrations of your body. You see, you have to realize it by yourself. And the love, the infinite love, the unconditional love is much more than the conventional love. I mean, a love between two person. You're in love with whole cosmos, I would say, if you realize you're one with the whole cosmos. You are in love with the whole world because you realize the world is heaven. The whole world is you. Okay. You can watch my previous videos more, and you can see my evolution of spirituality, actually. And you have to establish it by yourself. Your evolution of spirituality can only done by you, can only achieved by you. So in everyday life, you can practice mindfulness while you brush your teeth in the morning. When you wash your hands, you are fully in wash your hands. You're fully in brushing your teeth. You're fully listening right now. While you're walking from kitchen to living room, you're fully walking. You notice, you're walking. Practice mindfulness in everyday life. The more you can be mindful, the more awakened you will be. So if no further question, so let's end this session in silence again. You see, one notice for you, while you typing, thank you for having replied. I will watching your previous videos. Are you mindful enough to feel the touching between your hand and the keyboard? Thank you. Bye now.